Back in 1979, as a result of the turmoil going on in the Middle East, we experienced the energy crisis here in the U.S. and price for gas and heating oil skyrocketed. My dad told me that there were long lines at the gas station, and there was a lot of talk in the country just about what we needed to do when it came to energy to not end up in this kind of crisis in the future.
The heart of our energy policy is, the heart of our energy problem is, that we have too much demand for fuel. It keeps going up too quickly while production goes down. And our primary means of solving this problem is to reduce waste and inefficiency.
It just so happens that at this time, weatherization of homes was an industry that was really starting to take off. And builders were really coming into an understanding of cost-effective techniques that can make the home more energy efficient. And it was at that time that my father saw that as an opportunity, already being somewhat in the building trades by dealing with the maintenance of various rental properties that he had. He decided to start blanket installation. He bought a truck, he bought an installation machine, and started to get customers. Blanket Installation is a home performance contractor, and we offer whole home solutions to make the home more safe, comfortable, and energy efficient. We provide insulation for needed areas in the home, such as attic, walls, and crawl spaces. The types of insulation we primarily use are blown-in cellulose and fiberglass. We provide complete home air sealing, which involves spray foam application at the rim joists, weather stripping of doors, treating attic accesses. We offer furnace and air conditioners, window replacements, and roofing. Home performance as an industry has made great strides since my dad started Blanket Installation. We can now perform home energy assessments or energy audits, which through the use of special diagnostic equipment can give you a very accurate measurement of where your home stands in terms of health and safety.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Trip over there.
No problem. Greg Mills with Blanket Installation.
Yeah, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
First thing we do, we come in, we actually take dimensions on the house and do a visual inspection on the outside. Corner of the house to where it's no longer 2 stories.
You see how it's just a 1-story section right there?
We want to get our measurements so we can calculate area and volume. That way we can do calculations to figure out how much air flows in the house. We come in, we do a combustion safety test, which includes checking carbon monoxide on the furnace, the hot water tank, any combustion appliance in the home, monitoring ambient carbon monoxide the whole time. Carbon monoxide is present in any house that contains a combustion appliance, whether this be from your fireplace, your oven, or the furnace and hot water tank. It's a very dangerous byproduct of combustion, and too high levels can be lethal, so we always check for that. We want to make sure that the levels are within safe limits, and if they aren't, we notify you immediately. Always recommend to install a carbon monoxide detector and take the proper precautions to make sure that we don't cause any problems with it when we tighten up a house.
We test the oven, we want to monitor ambient carbon monoxide the whole time. These can be one of the most dangerous combustion appliances because they aren't vented outside the house. So if they aren't burning cleanly, they can cause some serious issues.
We check for gas leaks in the house. We set up a blower door, which is a device where we actually install a fan into the door, depressurize the house, and then check for the air leaks with this fan. Couple that with the thermal imaging camera and smoke pencils, we can actually find any leak that you might have in your house.
That source right there at the rim joist is, a really good source for air infiltration. You've got small gaps and cracks, and you add that up over the whole length of the house, ends up being a pretty big size hole. It's almost the equivalent of having a window open.
After that, we'll check for insulation levels, make sure they're where they're supposed to be, and if they're not, give you recommendations on how to get them where they need to be.
Everyone should at least know where they stand when it comes with combustion safety, because you get a house inspection when you first buy a place. They don't do things like that, they're checking structure and making sure, wiring's okay and things like that, but rarely are they actually testing combustion appliances, which can be really dangerous. So
At the end of every audit, after we've collected all our data, we compile a report, a detailed report on what we found in the house and what's going on. And it's going to, in detail, tell you what's going on with the health and safety issues that we find, where the insulation's at, where the air sealing needs to be at, and we give you recommendations on how to solve all these problems. Energy savings can be really big if you have insulation and air sealing done to your house. Generally, when I go into a house after an audit, recommendations usually bring somewhere in the ballpark of $400 to $500 a year, if not more. If you put in a high efficiency furnace, high efficiency hot water tank, just upgrade appliances to Energy Star appliances, I've seen houses get $700, $800, $900 in savings. So it can be pretty huge to have these measures done. And this is one of the only investments that you put into your house that's actually going to pay you back in the long term.